Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.
Oh, yeah! That was a song called I Love You So Much, Happy Birthday by Yuki Nakamura.
Oh.
What are we talking about today, Yuki? Do we even come up with a topic?
The video game?
Video games. Now, this is interesting because I have a very love-hate relationship with video games, okay?
Oh, I have a really hate relationship.
Oh, just hate. Oh, so it's going to be one of those days.
But I made one video game.
Oh, okay. All right, save it. So let's start it out with this about video games. Nintendo comes from Japan.
Yes, that's right.
And you come from Japan. Are you a video game?
No, I'm not the video guy. I really don't like video games.
You don't?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Not even Clax?
Not even
Tetris?
No.
Space Invaders?
Oh my God.
Nothing.
Like Space Invaders, Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Oh my God. That was so popular when I was a kid.
What was the one with the Pong? Pog? What was the one that the table tennis, just the thing?
Oh, beep thing.
Beep. What is that? Tong, pong, dong?
Something
like that.
I didn't like that.
You didn't like anything?
No.
You never enjoyed a video game?
No, never. I mean, I tried, those things, the ping pong thing, and then Pac-Man and the Invader. I was never good. So...
All right, so explain to me the first time that you encountered a video game. Was it in an arcade? Do you know people from Nintendo because you're from Japan?
No, I was working at the McDonald's in Tokyo.
Okay.
And
And
then-
what year, you think?
That was, I think early 70s.
Early 70s, okay. And you were working at McDonald's in
Yes,
Japan,
Right.
and you encountered what video game?
There was Invader and the Pac-Man. And then many my generation friends, they are so good. They keep going until, they can beat the machine. But I could never beat the machine. No.
So is it because you didn't have the patience, or you just didn't want to waste time on childish things?
I don't know how I think, but unconsciously I was like, this is stupid. You can never win in the machine. So I was never into it. So, try a couple times, then, I stop even. But those people who are good, they keep doing it. They spend so much money. So their skill gets better.
Yeah.
Of course, they have to spend so much money.
You ever see that documentary, The King of Kong?
No.
You might really like it, even though it's about King Kong video game. It's about people who are the best in the world at King Kong. And they have a tournament to see who's the best, and all these people. It's kind of funny because they're like, I'm the best, and that kind of shit. It's amazing. It's a great documentary, and
Okay.
I think it's called King of Kong: A Fistful of Quarters. And then there's another one. Actually, I own the DVD. Oh, it was right here. Fuck. Here it is. It's called Ecstasy of Order: The Tetris Masters, and it's about the greatest Tetris players in the world, and how they all sort of find each other and go and play a tournament of Tetris. But they have skill levels and attack plans of attack, how they play this game, and that actually, to be honest, is tied for my favorite video game, Tetris and The Legend of Zelda, the original
Do
one.
they have a life?
Yeah,
I mean,
they have a life. Come on, Yuki. I mean, you
have to spend so much time to be that good,
Yeah,
right?
but so the same way that they spend time, they probably don't watch movies or TV and stuff. They just do that for leisure and fun. So when we get home, we throw on, I don't know, MASH or something.
I rather spend the time watching the movie than playing the game.
But that's what you like. But they like to play the game, so it calms them down. Did you know that on the Tetris app? In my iPhone, I'm number 16 in all of Manhattan. That's how good I am. I'm number 16.
Well, that's why you are good. I'm not, because I don't spend the time.
I do it on the toilet mostly. I just like taking a poop bukkake, and it's like, doo, Do 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 do.
Oh,
do,
God.
do, 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 do. All right, so you saw Pac-Man and Space Invaders or Invaders or
yes.
whatever, and you didn't really get it.
No, I spend the time for something else.
So then, when you came to America, that's when the explosion of Nintendo happened, right? The home
Right.
entertainment system.
Right.
When I was a kid, that was the greatest goddamn year of my life. Probably 4th grade, I got a Nintendo, maybe even 3rd grade, whatever. I got a Nintendo, Super Mario Brothers,
Oh my
Legend of
God.
Zelda. I was in heaven. Heaven. I was playing fucking Legend of Zelda, Legend of Zelda one time as a little kid, and my uncle Ray came over, and he was watching me play, and it was when Nintendo was pretty much brand new, and he said, "Are there any points in this game?" And I said, "Sort of, not really. You got to find the Triforce." And I started to explain it to him. He's like, "Did you hear what he said? There's no points in this game. How do you play a game without points?" Like, so at that point, they didn't even understand that you could have like role playing or it was like a bigger adventure. All they remembered was that you needed points to like be the best. Isn't that crazy? Because now everything you don't need points. You need equipment and.
But so how do you win?
The Legend of Zelda, you rescue the princess. It's
then
you're the character. Have you ever seen Legend of Zelda?
No.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get a Nintendo Switch one day, and me and you are gonna start a Twitch channel, and we're gonna play Legend of Zelda all the way through. And what we'll do is I'll be the navigator because they give you a map, and I'll just tell you where to go, and then you beat it, and we'll watch you beat the game.
Okay, well, so you beat it, then you just rescue the princess?
Yeah, it's almost like a role playing because you're Link and you're like a little elf kid and you're going to rescue the princess who's been taken by these creatures or whatever.
Then what happened? You rescue
You go, you find swords, you got to find candles, bombs, you got to fucking open up the dungeons, you got to go into these palaces and fight the monsters in order to save the princess.
Then you save the princess, then what?
You get a heart and a boner and you go home.
But that's it?
It's the best boner you ever got. It's the only boner you'll ever have.
I don't get it.
No, it's just it's
Satisfaction?
the satisfaction that you were able to beat this game. But it is fun along the way. You know, there's quests, and you got to go find the old man in the hole who gives you the thing, and then you got to go to the other place to find the other thing. You go to the graveyard, you move the gravestone. It's a whole.
But no reward. Like if you go Las Vegas, play the game, you win.
Oh, well,
That's
if that kind of reward, no, you just get the satisfaction that you beat the game. A sense of
basically
accomplishment.
it's this then.
What you're doing right now is masturbating with thin air.
Yeah,
So you're
I mean,
saying
right?
that it's just masturbation?
Well, just the satisfaction, right?
But there's a lot of people. Now people get paid to play video games. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, there's tournaments. There's some people who are the best in the world. It's esports, electronic sports. It's like actually people get millions.
Well, I don't buy it until Olympic competition.
It's close to the Olympics. They have the
They should do
esports
that
games.
then.
They should have an Olympic sport, The Legend of Zelda esports.
So I wait until the game, and then pole dancing.
Pole dancing would be a great Olympic sport as well. Yeah.
Then I said, otherwise I still just this.
No, and once again, you're jerking off the air, so you're saying it's masturbation.
Yeah.
But it's entertainment. Like so you don't think that they're like, especially with the new games where it's like a movie.
But then then if you're talking about entertainment, I rather watch the baseball, basketball, football, movie, TV.
You could also play basketball, football, all that on Nintendo.
But it's a game.
But you're watching a game, but you could be in charge of winning the game if you play it like John Madden football. You could play that.
I'm sorry, I can't think that way. It's a game.
If I get John Madden football and me and you play each other, I bet you after 2 games you'll be hooked. You'll be like, this is the greatest goddamn game I ever saw. You don't think so?
I don't know. I never a game guy.
Okay, so tell me about when you worked in a game. You worked on a video game.
Yeah, it's called the Saint Row.
Saint what?
Saint Row.
Okay.
And it's like grand theft kind of thing. It's stealing a car.
Oh.
And then there's the one scene, hamburger store. This character goes in hamburger store and then buy hamburger. So I designed that hamburger shop and I built it. So that scene is the only real thing. Everything is like a computer generation, right? And then the game. But that hamburger shop is the real scene.
Wait. So photorealistic, you mean, or just real scene as in it's almost a movie?
Yeah, it's like almost like a movie.
Okay. And you developed that how? You made story, production design. How did you develop that room?
Well, they asked me like, hey Yuki, can you make a hamburger shop? So I designed it. I built the set.
You built it how? With cardboard? Like, what did you build it with?
Well, what do you mean cardboard? It's a real, lumbers and.
Oh,
like
wait a second. And then they shot that and put it in the game?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and then that scene, it's a real set, just like a movie. And then real person character, that's Tara Patrick.
Holy shit, the porn star. Right, you've told me about this before.
Yeah.
Okay, so they put her in the hamburger shop.
Right.
DP, what was the scene about? What?
I don't know about the game. I mean, I just, did just the one scene. Before and after, I have no idea.
Wow. So they took your photorealistic set. It was a cut scene, is what you're saying.
Right. I think it's an insert or something.
Interesting.
It's called the Saint Row.
Wow.
And then,
was it okay? Was it comparable to the movies? Were the same pay or?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Okay, so then
it's like a commercial for me,
Right, you commercial.
3, 4, 5 days job. It's not like a movie, weeks and a month.
No. Short, in and out. 1, 2, 3. Tara Patrick.
Yeah.
Amazing. So did you never played the game afterwards?
Never seen it. Never played. I have no idea. Only I know is called Saint Row, and it's like something like Grand Theft. That's
Wow.
only.
That's wild. So I sort of worked on a video game once through Trauma. When Lemmy from Motorhead passed away, unfortunately, I was working at Trauma at the time, and these German, I forgot the name of the company, but this German company was developing a Motorhead game for a character called Victor Vran. And that was sort of a fantasy thing or whatever, but they were making a Motorhead game, and they asked Lloyd to do parts in it, where he was a bartender and he gives you information and stuff. So I, as Lloyd's assistant, set up a recording session at this place called the Ice Plant, and we went and recorded Lloyd's lines. While we were there, I did a behind-the-scenes featurette that you could find online, and we delivered those audio files, and now they're in the game. I got a copy of the game. It was for Xbox 360, and it was called Motorhead Through the Ages. So I sort of worked on that. Like, I helped get that out there, I didn't get a credit, of course, because fuck me, right? Fuck me. I'm not allowed to get a credit on that fucking... It's not even a special fucking thanks. But, hey, I'm not jealous. I'm not bitter.
But you get paid, though, right?
Well, I was Lloyd's assistant at the time, so I got like $4 an hour or something.
You raped then.
Hey, I also did. This was crazy. I did. I recorded additional dialogue for Lloyd for Sharknado 4, and
What?
I used. Yeah,
You worked the Sharknado 4?
Well, I used my own Zoom recorder. I used my own microphone. I recorded Lloyd for like an hour doing additional dialogue. They didn't credit me. Then when I put my credit on it, like additional dialogue recording,
son of a bitch.
they said in quotes, somebody from probably the Sharknado people, uncredited. It says uncredited in so I wasn't credited on the movie, and then they actually went to IMDb to make sure everybody knew I wasn't credited. Can you believe that shit? I spent my time to get paid. I didn't do nothing. The very least you could have said is I did additional dialogue for Lloyd Kaufman on fucking Sharknado 4.
Those bastards.
Those scum fuck.
Scumbag.
This whole industry is a scum fucking nightmare. Don't do it, kids. If you
Don't do it.
don't do it. Don't get into this. You should have listened to my father and been a doctor or a lawyer.
Yeah, doctor, lawyer.
Something else.
So you make better,
a better life.
better life. Yeah.
Even lawyers are shit sucking, but forget it. The entertainment industry is even worse.
Yeah.
All right, so back to video games. I really liked Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Then at Super Nintendo, I didn't really get into Nintendo 64, but I really like Game Boy. You ever have a Game Boy?
Oh my god, no, never had.
Oh, I loved Game Boy as a kid. I was Tetris and Tetris all day long on the Game Boy. I loved it.
Well, so when you go to Japan in January 2025,
Yeah.
take you to Akihabara. This is like a game town.
What? What is that? Akihabara?
Akihabara, it's a town.
In Tokyo.
Tokyo, yeah.
And what goes on there? Just games?
Game store everywhere.
Arcade still?
Arcade or a store you can buy. I mean, it's like a really game town. Everybody goes there. It's a game town.
And they hang out and they play video games and
or
they talk
something.
video
well,
games.
I don't go there, so I don't know.
We're going. When I go to Japan, you got to
Yes.
take me to Akihabara.
Yeah, Akihabara.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
Yeah.
So, Game Boy was great. Then I had a Sega Genesis. Sega was with Sonic the
Oh, Sega,
Hedgehog,
yeah.
Joe Montana Football,
Right.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors. These are classic games, and I still wish that I had them. But I'm gonna get a Nintendo Switch, which you can pay a certain amount online, almost like a streaming service for the year, and you get hundreds of games,
Oh my god.
and you could just play them anytime. So I'm gonna get the one that has the Sega Genesis package, and I'm gonna play my Joe Montana Football and all that shit.
Is Sega a Japanese company?
Probably, right? Aren't they all?
Yeah, they're all Japanese
Sega.
company. Yeah, Sega
It's-
sounds Japanese.
It had it. Yeah, it sounds Japanese. Nintendo. What was the? Oh, Xbox. I had an Xbox.
Oh,
And for that, of course, the Grand Theft Auto games,
Right,
the original Xbox. Max Payne was a great game. Metal Gear Solid
Max Payne. Yeah.
2. Metal Gear Solid 2. That was a good game.
Max Payne became a movie, right?
Yeah, they made a couple movies. Maybe one movie. One movie or two.
I think Mark Wahlberg did it.
Yeah. It was a good game. It was really brutal.
Really?
Yeah. What was the other? Oh, Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 is one
Is
of the
that game?
Yeah, it's one of the greatest games. It's a horror game, and it's actually a really nice story. Well, not nice, but interesting story. This guy gets a letter from his woman, and she's like, "I'm going to Silent Hill, and I love you." And
Well, is the Silent Hill it's like some creature under the desert?
no, well, it's not desert, but in this like creepy old town. They made a movie called Silent Hill. You might have seen it. 3 movies maybe.
Oh, really?
The guy Roger Avery, who helped write.
I
Pulp
was
Fiction.
confusing about Hill Has Eyes. Then.
The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah.
No, that's Wes Craven. That wasn't a video
Okay,
game.
okay.
Although that would be fun. They just started making the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. They just released that recently, and supposedly that's fun. They had the Friday the 13th game. You could go and
Oh
be.
my god.
You're not into that?
No.
Come on. You know what was the best when I was a kid, right? The greatest weekend you could possibly have. You know, you're not in school anymore. You have a sleepover, and it's time to listen to Guns N' Roses and the heavy metal hair bands of the era. You got a lot of pizza, some chips, that sort of stuff, a lot of soda. You got your friends.
No beer? Oh, you?
No,
too
I was
young.
a kid. I was
Oh,
like
okay.
in 4th or 5th grade. And you got your Super Mario Brothers 2 or some shit like that, and you're just playing all night long until fucking, like, your parents told you to go to sleep, and then you pretend you went to sleep, and then you got up and kept playing video games. The greatest times. The greatest times.
I never had that experience because I will never play the game, so I'm not the game generation.
I got to show you Clacks. Now, Liz Shack and I, during the pandemic, we got addicted to Clacks.
What the hell is crack?
Clacks. Klax. It's almost like a Tetris where you get these squares, these blocks, and they're coming down this assembly line toward you, and it's going chunk, 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 chunk. And, you know, it depends on how fast it's going. There's
Right.
different color blocks. You got red, blue, yellow, green. And what you have to do is make sure that you build stacks of light-colored blocks, and then they disappear, and you get points. But if you don't, you build up, you lose. It's almost like Tetris where the blocks build and then you whatever. We played that game for hours and hours and hours during the pandemic. Hours.
Oh my
and
God.
we got to this one level that we couldn't beat, like really far in. It was so fast, like bang, 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 bang. Because when the clacks are coming down the assembly line, they go bonk, 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 and that's what it sounds like. But when it goes really fast, it's bang, 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 and you're like, ah, ah. So my brother came downstairs because we were screaming, me and Liz, that we couldn't win. And he was on the phone, and he had his phone like in his shoulder, in his ear, and he just took the fucking controller, bang, 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 and he beat it while he was on the phone, and he hadn't even played the clacks game with us at all. He just beat the level. That's how good he is at video games.
Oh my God. Do you see the movie?
Clacks the movie?
No.
Oh.
The instead of the game. Didn't
Oh,
see the
we
movie?
watched plenty of movies. Yeah, we watched so many movies, but there's only during the pandemic. There's almost only so much shit you can do in the day. You can only watch 2-3 movies, right? You can't watch fucking 15 movies. So we would play some video games, go for a walk, that kind of stuff. Yeah, for the afternoons, it was clacks time.
Oh my God.
It was great. It was fucking great. I loved it.
I mean, during the pandemic, I saw lots of movies, but that's only, book and the movie. That's it.
Book and movie and video game. If you added video game, you would have had a great pandemic.
Oh my God, I didn't do a game. No.
Actually, what I said, me and Liz Shaq did it. I was her navigator in The Legend of Zelda, and I told her where to go because I busted out my old Nintendo Entertainment System. And Liz got really far in like a 24-hour period for Legend of Zelda. Unfortunately, my Nintendo was so old that it didn't save, so we left it on, and she accidentally hit the box and it reset, and she didn't get to be. She was about to win the whole thing and beat it. Yeah, it was sad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry, I'm not the game guy.
No games at all. Like, so
No
do you
game.
even like what do you call it? Board games. Do you like board
Well, I
games?
like board game, the Battleship.
Okay, Battleship's a classic. I like that.
And then Stratego.
Stratego is amazing.
Amazing.
I used to
yeah.
own a Stratego, and some of my friends said, "What's this bullshit?" But then I showed them how to play, and we would play for hours Stratego.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Good game, yeah.
What's the other one? I never really played Risk. Did you ever play Risk?
Risk, yes.
That takes forever, right?
Yeah, I'm not crazy, but the Stratego, Battleship, and then Risk. Those three are the best.
I used to like Sorry,
I don't know that game.
Boggle, Yahtzee. That's
No,
not really a
I
board
didn't.
game. That's the dice
Oh.
game, but that's fun. You think in Vegas,
Yes.
those slots, those are like video games, the video slots now, the ones that are the links.
I don't like those computer because they can control it even before simple one.
It knows when.
Oh.
It knows when. Actually, our friend Gerald, who was at the Joe Bob's Jamboree with us, said, if you don't bet the max bet, you're never really going to win. I mean, you'll win a little bit here and there, but the
Right.
max bet is the only way that you actually get to the real jackpots. He won $1,500 while we were there. Just fucking on one of those games.
Oh.
1,500. Imagine that shit. That's amazing. I was so jealous.
How
'Cause-
much did he spend though?
Well,
More than 1,500?
I don't know. I mean, in the long run, when you go to Vegas a bunch of times, yeah, you probably are down.
I think my best scenario is you go Las Vegas, spend the $20, win 50,000, and quit, and then just
Never go back.
Never go back. That's
in an ideal world, that would be amazing. But I would also love to have, slept with Christy Turlington in her prime. But that's not going to happen.
because or a friend of mine, he's a big gambler thing. He's one time he win the big. I don't know 20,000 or 30,000 or maybe 100,000 big, and they say, "Oh my God, so good." He goes, "No, Yuki, I spend more than."
More than that.
So basically, he lost it. So that's not the good way, right? So best way, my scenario is, if you spend so much money and then win 100,000, you still losing it.
Yeah.
I rather spend the 20 and then win 2,000.
Yeah, but
and
that's-
go home. It's better.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants, but it's impossible. Like, how do you do it? So when I was in Vegas the last time, when we were in Vegas, I was playing a lot of video craps. They have these new craps, and I fucking love it. I went up $500.
But did you quit?
No. So
See,
what happened was
that's the thing.
I sat down at a roulette video and I put $100. You remember Passenger 57 with Wesley Snipes?
Yes.
And he says, always bet on black.
Black, yeah.
So I sat down at the roulette
And
video.
then
I
bet on
said,
black?
always bet on black. I put $100 on black. I lost it. Guess what?
Yes.
I did it again.
And?
I lost it. Yeah, guess what?
Yes.
I did it a third time.
Uh-huh.
I lost it.
So you lost the 300?
So I guess always bet on black isn't
Doesn't
true.
work.
Doesn't work.
You have to bet on
Sometimes
red.
bet on black. No, but what I think is that video poker machine had the calculations inside. Is like, here's an asshole who's betting $100 on
Right.
black. Let's just take that money. Here's an asshole. He's doing it
Right.
again. Let's take that money. Oh, he's doing it a third time. What a fucking chump. Let's take that money. They know. They know.
I think they can control it.
Yes.
Those computer machine. That's how
It has the permutations, the calculations inside to know when a chump is sitting in front of it.
right, because when you bet black 100, machine is still going, right?
I don't remember. I think you have to press the button and then it goes.
Okay, what point? I think it went red because you bet them black.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Right? The machine knows
The machine
it,
knew.
right?
Yeah, fucking 100%. But the thing about the
Well,
craps.
didn't you think about it? Why?
No, I had my first drink in 3 months, and I was like, let's go. I had $500 for the craps, and then I lost it like an asshole. But I mean, I still won 200, but I still lost because, Vegas is expensive, so no matter what you do. We ate that prime rib for like $12.99 at Tony Roma's, right? How much was that?
$12.99.
$12.99. It was pretty good for $12.99.
Right, I mean, then the steak and then the lobster.
Yeah, so.
But that's the Las Vegas trick.
Yeah. They
got
keep you there with cheap rooms
Right,
and cheap food.
cheap food, cheap drink, cheap room. But, 10 times more, 100 times more, you're losing it to other places.
Oh,
so.
yeah. They keep you there. That's why
Yeah.
sometimes if you play enough. In fact, Gerald was saying the whole secret is to get cheaper rooms is you get the rate cards at certain places. You play there a bunch, and then they'll give you free rooms next time or really, really deep discounted rooms.
Right.
Because they just want you to come back to their casino and
right,
spend
then
more.
you lose more money. So giving you free room for them, it's nothing.
It's a marketing ploy.
Marketing,
Yeah, it's genius.
Genius, yeah. They what you say is okay, $50 free room, then you lose 1,000. See, they make $150.
What about all right, let's get back to video games. What about some movies based on video games? Have you ever seen any or like any?
Resident Evil.
The first Resident Evil.
Right.
It's pretty good. Right?
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that in the movie theaters, and it was pretty good.
You never seen the movie theater?
No, I saw the first one in the movie theater.
Oh.
Yeah. I liked
and
them.
then they have they made the 6 or 7.
Oh, they had made a shitload. I only saw first 2, I think. The rest I never really watched.
Oh, it's
but
the same thing,
same thing over and over. But that was supposed to be directed. The first one was supposed to be directed by George Romero,
Oh, really?
Night of the Living Dead, and there's a documentary coming out about his unmade version of Resident
I
Evil.
saw the Paul Anderson and the Mimi Jarovich.
Yeah, not Paul
No,
Thomas Anderson, but Paul other Anderson. Him and his.
Not the Paul, no.
No, the
Paul
other Paul.
S.W. Anderson.
Yeah.
He
did.
made the
Resident
Alien 2. Alien versus the
Predator, right. But then he went into the Resident Evil game and probably made
right.
millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty strong franchise. I mean, it doesn't end. They just remastered Resident Evil 2, the video game.
But that the Sony, see? So.
Oh, the Japanese connection.
Yeah. Sony company, Sony studio. So it's so I'm not crazy about those movie, video game related, bullshit because they just want to make money.
Well, did you ever see Wizard with Fred Savage?
No, never.
Okay, I forgot who the dad is. I think it's Beau Bridges or some shit like that.
Oh.
And it was from, say, 1989. And the whole point of that movie was to sell this new item for Nintendo called the Power Glove. You ever see the Power Glove?
No.
It was a glove that you put on your hand, and then it had the controls on the top that you could do like the thing, but you could play video games with the Power Glove, and you'd be like, and it looked futuristic and shit. But that whole movie was just a long marketing thing for the Power Glove, so that kids would be like, wow. And Super Mario 3, I remember the big thing was that they were revealing scenes from Super Mario 3.
See, so the marketing, they make a movie to market the game.
Yeah, the whole movie was like Fred Savage's younger brother, who's like, I guess he was probably autistic or something and didn't speak. He was really good at video games, though. So in order to save his farm or some shit, he took his little brother and this girl that he knew to California to go and play in the tournament to win the money. I think that's what the story was. But it was like a road trip. But yeah, in the end, it was all about just a fucking glove.
I never seen it.
There's a good song in there. It's like, send me an angel, ho, ho, ho. Send me an angel, ho, ho, ho. Right now. Yeah, that's a good... So anyway, I really like documentaries about video games and things related to video games. I like that shit. No. You don't like that shit?
Well, I don't like the game, so...
But it's interesting how it's built and how... Do you ever hear about how... They made all those E.T. games for Atari, and nobody bought them, so they just buried them in the desert. And there's supposedly like a big hole in the desert with thousands and thousands of E.T. games.
They buried it?
That's what I heard, yeah.
Wow, I'm happy because I don't like it. They're stupid. I mean,
what if somebody... what if you just found out that you were really good at, say, Tecmo Bowl or something, Baseball Stars... And that you could make money winning video games. Would you? I
didn't know that you can make money from by winning the game.
Yuki, maybe what we should do is start a Twitch channel, and it'll just be you playing video games, and then people could sign up and watch you. Because on YouTube and Twitch now, people actually sign up and pay like tips and stuff to watch people play video games.
What's fun about that? I mean...
I personally don't know. I never really wanted to watch somebody play a video game. Although I have watched walkthrough of video games so they can learn how to play, like Resident Evil 2. No, Silent Hill 2. I watched a walkthrough so I could learn how to play it faster. But you can start a thing, so we'll pick a game.
But I don't get it. I mean, and then why people
have kids like it. They love to watch the walkthrough. They love to look at people building stuff in Minecraft. They love to watch people do the Grand Theft Auto walkthroughs. So we'll do a walkthrough of Legend of Zelda.
Never seen Zelda, so I don't.
No, you don't see it. You play it.
Well, if I never seen it, how
I'll teach you. I'll get the map and I'll say, all right, Yuki, now turn left at the fairy lake, and you go to the graveyard and you move the headstone, and you. Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. Yuki's phone is going off. Somebody's calling him.
No, it's just, those junk phone calls.
Junk phone calls. They were just saying, Yuki, you better start playing Legend of Zelda, or else. I think it would work.
But I don't like games, so.
But what if people start to watch Twitch and they start to, they say, here's a couple of bucks, Yuki.
Well, I don't like the game. I don't know.
But if you made money, okay, what I'm trying to say is if you were paid to play video games, even though you don't like them, would you do it?
But who pay me?
The general public, people who like watching that sort of stuff.
But... why people pay me? Because I don't.
Because you're entertaining. You'll.
But I don't know how to play games. So how?
But that's the whole idea. They'll watch you learn. They'll watch you get better. Each time that you do something, you might get a little further in the game. You might get excited when you win or whatever.
I don't.
You don't think so?
No. Well, because
I'll tell you what. We'll do a thing maybe one day where we have a fake sleepover where I'll get some pizza. I'll put on some old heavy metal music.
Okay, but before that, the problem, well, I wouldn't say problem. I don't even interested in playing the game. I mean, I don't.
But what I'm saying is, it's an investment. You can maybe make some money that people want to watch you playing video games.
But I don't want to play games.
You don't like money?
I like money, but I mean. I can't relate to that. Okay, I don't like playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then how people pay me.
But that's
I don't-
part of the charm is they're like, look at this guy who doesn't like playing video games, who's playing video games, who's actually pretty good at video games. I mean, I think that you would be amazing at video games. I think that you would probably be one of the top esports people in the world. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm like Mr. Miyagi over here, and you're Daniel's son, and I'm trying to teach you the ways of karate, except it's video games. And then in the sequel we could go to Okinawa. No? You look very disturbed.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I just never exciting about the game.
Never.
Never. I mean, if I like it, I would probably start playing it by now. I never. Like, well, when the game business started, well, in beta and the Pac-Man, that was
Yeah.
like about 50 years ago, right?
Sure. Have you ever do you like any game? I mean, we said board games, but what
I like board games.
board
yeah.
games? No other games? I mean, you love sports.
Yeah.
But so you don't even like, I don't know, I can't believe it that you wouldn't even play NBA Jams or something.
No, I like watch NBA games, but I never play the game.
All right, well, I tried to get you into the esports and you just won't do it.
Yeah, I just.
What do you think you'd be better at? Pole dancing in the Olympics or video games in the Olympics?
Pole dancing.
You think you would be better at pole dancing?
Well, I can't physically do it, but probably if there's the game and then pole dancing in the Olympic competition, I watch pole dancing.
I think it would be interesting to have a video game called Yuki Pole Dance, and where they have you pole dance, and you can play you as a stripper making money.
I think I'm too heavy to do pole dancing.
No, but in the video game, we can make some 8-bit animations of you on a stripper pole, and the gameplay would be you really get Yuki moving on that shit to like a George Michael song, and you're like, freedom, I won't let you down, and you're dancing, and then as good as you do, people throw money at you. When you make it rain, that's when you win.
Oh, so
Pole dancing Yuki pole dance, the video game.
oh, that's a video game?
Let's make it. Let's get some. I think that we can make money. I want to make money in the video game market somehow.
Can you
because
make a video game?
I can't, but let's find some motherfuckers who can. Because I think this is my thing. I think video games have overtaken movies as popular entertainment.
Right. I mean, no, in a way, game business is a lot more than movie.
Bigger. So what are we
Bigger.
doing? Why are we in the movie industry? Why are we in TV? Fuck that shit. Let's get into video games and make millions.
Okay. How do we do that? That give me.
We put you on Twitch playing The Legend of Zelda and see if it starts that. But then what we'll do is we'll find some artists who can make 8-bit animation of you.
Okay, we still have to pay this guy, right? I mean,
Yeah,
do we have
but that's
money?
a third partner. Well, the Patreon buffet's doing all right. We could get a couple of bucks out of the Patreon buffet, pay this guy to make like some concept art.
Well, we should recruit. Is
Anybody out there who knows how to develop or
how to
video
make a
games?
game,
and
and
we
then
want to make Yuki pole dance.
Yeah, so
Pole
we can-
position Yuki.
Yeah, pole position.
Wait, we got to come up with a snappy title for it. Yuki Nakamura, stripper, strip club.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
what? What?
I mean, so I need a really nice body then.
Oh, he can make you. You can make you whatever. We can actually make you with a beautiful
make
breasts.
a female.
Yeah, we'll make you female, Yuki. It'll be you with your head,
Yeah.
your head, but in a female's body.
That's kind of gross, no?
No, it's hot. We can make you
Oh.
clap your cheeks, rub your 8-bit titties, and flip around, have the high heels, and then the stripper audience will throw money at you. It'll be great.
Somebody does it, then send it to you. Then.
Yeah, now we're talking. We could put it up on Steam. We could have you know what Steam is? It's like a place for independent video games and shit.
No.
We could put that up, and I bet you people would download that stuff.
Because Las Vegas last month, somebody show up in my T-shirt.
Yeah, you had
And
a
then,
shirt.
So I didn't even know. So
You didn't know you were on
a
a T-shirt?
No. So maybe somebody make a game, whatever we're talking about now.
And we can make a couple of bucks. I bet you we could.
know,
I
because
bet you
I
we
did-
could.
people making money off me? I mean,
Probably. Somebody somewhere is making money off the Yuki Nakamura name, I think.
because I found out the T-shirt, my action figure, sticker, and this and that. I'm not getting any money. Then if I'm Tom Cruise, I'm suing your ass, right? $1 million lawsuit is going on probably.
Right.
But right now, people making money, then I don't even know they exist.
Yeah, probably. So what we have to do is regroup,
Mhm.
get into the video game business that has nothing to do with anything else we've ever done, and
Right.
just make you the character. Like you'll be the new Super Mario.
Yeah.
Yuki's
So-
Adventures.
So we have to bring these creator join our team.
Yeah, well, to join a team. So me and you will be the creative director, and then he'll be the on-the-ground practical knowledge person who puts it all into action. A technician. And we'll start small. We'll make a small
Right,
game.
smaller game, yeah.
And just make Yuki strips. Stripping Yuki. We got to come up with a good title, though.
Yeah.
Super Strippio Yuki.
Or any games. And I like to be like a Super Mario then.
Okay. Oh, you know what would be a great game?
Yeah.
You as a production designer, and you have to build the stage in time before the show begins.
That would be funny, huh?
Production designer.
Race with the time.
Rich gets time. It'll be like the budget just got cut. You can't afford
Right, I can-
hammer and nails, so you got to figure out how to.
That
or
would be funny.
or Colleen Camp ate all the stage cheese. You have to go
Right.
back to the supermarket and get the cheese before they start
Yeah.
shooting again. That's a great game
That's great.
based on your life. Wow. I think that would be fuck. All right, here we go. So thank you guys. This was video games. I think we're gonna get into the video game market.
game business, yeah.
Video game business, and Yuki's gonna be the new Super Mario.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. All right. Well, we didn't even talk about video game music. I mean, there's so many
Right.
beautiful musics that. You like that shit? You don't like that shit?
I don't know, but it's more like what's called techno music.
Sure,
Sound-
techno.
Sounds,
But those old, you know, the that's Super Mario.
Super Mario.
Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop.
So you compose something.
Oh, I'll
so-
make some video game music.
Yeah.
I have an 8-bit simulator here. I'll go.
Oh.
That's gonna be the Yuki theme.
Something like a Jaws. You know, everybody you hear.
Yeah, you'll hear it.
Everybody knows.
So you'll know.
Oh, that's a Yuki.
Oh, Yuki's coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was video games. I'm John Nakamura, and this is Yuki Brennan.
Yes.
And we just want to say thank you all
Thank
for
you.
joining us, but also thank you for supporting us as
Yes.
well on the Patreon.
So whoever does a computer game, contact with us.
Yeah, if you want to make some money, I mean, we have 1,000 ideas for all
Right.
kinds of video games, not just Yuki based. I
Right.
mean, they haven't made a good video game about cheeseburgers in a while. Let's make a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
You know, something, anything. All right, guys, we'll see you next time at
you next time.
Oh, wait, a buffet video game. People
Buffet, so they
Oh.
can make any food they
set it to
want.
food, and you could be the
Yes.
chef. You could be the hibachi chef. You can't make it in
Yeah.
time. Oh my God. Well,
Buffet
the
video.
buffet video game. All right, this is gonna be great. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time
See you
at
next time at the buffet.
Yuki and John's Patreon buffet.